Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixelparters here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2. When we left off, we are back in court. There's all kinds of mysterious mumbo-jumbos going on, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
We're gonna try.
Try, yes. And we begin with another testimony from Pretency. That evening, the Asian
Oh,
Polish
God.
comes into the teapot and burned into my room. After that, he poured the poison into my teacup while my back was turned. Feeling interest in our argument, he left his own tea untouched. After he departed, I used the tea from his cup to forge my coins. This clarifies the lack of poison found in the soapy tea.
No.
The poison was mixed into the victim's teacup after the tea had been poured. If we look through the eyes of the culprit, this method seems to be the clear choice.
Indeed, if the poison was placed in the wrong cup, the results would be disastrous.
But there was nothing at the scene of the crime that contained poison. And of course, the Japanese snake took the container with him when he slid home.
Fucking rude ass bitch.
The reason we discussed the container was to determine whether or not this was suicide.
Bruh, who hurt you? Like, for God's sake, man.
I hate to say it, but he's right.
God.
I believe the truth is now clear for all to see. Just like trying to wash yourself with cheap soap. You can't clean the black cloud of guilt surrounding the defendant. Yeah.
Can't clear the black cloud of angst surrounding you.
I am not but a thief. But however, how am I say my fellow men? Fix that. Give it a second. There you go. Get the little crook out of there. There you are. Good as new.
Jesus.
I've nothing left to lose. As such, wherefore when I whisper falsehoods. Is that wrong?
The court hereby orders the defense to begin their cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Here we go. Hey, buddy. How you doing? I don't want to cross-examine you, but I've already run in the room. Okay. Were you and Soseki acquainted before all this happened? I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. I know thee, and yet I know thee not. It is by mere unfortunate fate that we have come to be joined with one another. Sorry, but could you just speak English, please? But I was speaking English, my dear boy. I think someone needs to study more.
God.
Thought I'd studied enough. In any case, I must force myself to admit that the tea was delightful. But I was swindled, for it contained poison, a deadly thorn from an otherwise beautiful rose. And that thorn existed for naught but the purpose of erasing my existence.
Too bad it didn't. I mean, Mr. Pretency seems to be doing much better than yesterday.
Or maybe I'm just not doing great myself. On that cursed night, I enjoyed a refreshing sup at the shabby shanty. After I returned home, not past my lips but the crimson tea. However, there was no poison to be found in that tea at first.
You said that's the only thing that you had that night, though.
No, I think he's saying after he came home from his supper there. Wish it was the last supper, but you win some, you lose some. Anyways, he poured the poison in the cup, your back was turned. Are you sure about that? Did you see the moment the tea was poisoned? Had I seen it happen, I would surely not have imbibed it.
That's just common sense.
But then you're making assumptions. Have I do thirst like any other man? 'Twas the culprit, wicked mercy to end my life with his thirst quenched. That reminds me, on the night of the crime, you were unable to access the water supply. Indeed, if not for that crimson tea, I might have met my end by freezing to death. That Soseki's tea would be able to make those coins for a gas meter.
Yeah.
As we can see, the defendant had a host of options to end this man's life. Now, witness, please tell us whether or not the defendant himself drank that tea. But of course, my dear distinguished prosecutor. Very interesting argument. Yeah, left his own tea untouched. But when we investigated, Soseki's teacup was empty.
Yeah.
And as he testified, his philosophy is to drink tea while it's still hot. That evening I suffered profoundly under the effects of the poison. I must have knocked over his cup of their rise, spilling the contents of the pool of blood. Of course, that was after I used the tea to make my coins. Indeed, the teacup was found on its side on top of the table where the victim had collapsed. There are no contradictions here.
Well, there was no tea anywhere, so...
Yeah.
Neither of the teacups at the crime scene had any tea left in them. But I do believe that something seemed off.
Oh, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Drinking tea while it's still hot, right? That's the serious tea philosophy.
I think we're on very different wavelengths.
Very well. Witness, what did you do after the defendant returned to his room before you drank the tea?
So did Susanoo pick something out over here?
Was it the tea stains?
That would be my assumption, is that Suzuki's cup doesn't have a tea stain, which would
Yeah.
be there if you left it sitting there. That should be it. Now let me just
Yeah.
make sure there's nothing in that photo that we can glean off of anything. Nope. So I would believe that this would be the case. Hachapa-chapa! According to you, Soseki didn't touch his tea that night. But that's not possible. Oh my, what is it, my fiery little demon?
Demon?
These are teacups from which the victim and the defendant drank on that night. And there is a decisive difference between the two of them.
Decisive?
A difference? Look at the inside of the teacups. You can see a faint ring on one of them. It appears to be a tea stain.
These tend to appear when you leave your tea in the cup for too long.
But if you look carefully, Soseki's cup has no such stain.
My word, it's immaculate!
What is the significance of this?
Don't you, what is the
As Soseki
significance
so
of
kindly
this?
mentioned yesterday, we have a certain saying in Japan. Drink? Goku. While it's hot. So in other words, impatient as he is, Soseki gulped down his tea in seconds.
That's a new face.
Yeah, it was. If what you're saying is true, and Soseki didn't touch his tea, then there should be a tea stain on the teacup that proves he didn't drink his tea. So, Mr. Pretensy, what is the significance of this? It means you're telling a great big lie. Get thee to nunnery! Oh boy, here he comes. Don't yeet it, don't yeet it, don't yeet it. Hold it in, hold it in. You can do better. Good. I make it a rule never drink more than 7 grails worth of wine during a trial.
That sounds familiar.
Oh yeah.
Good.
A man of my style.
Oh boy.
All right. That's a lot of wine.
Just like it was a lot of coffee.
But there are times where I lose sight of myself and empty my bottle.
Except didn't Godot say 17?
It was a lot.
I'm pretty sure it was 17 cups of coffee.
Okay, and? My point is that human memory is far from trustworthy. William Pretensy? Yes, Your Excellency? You claim that you used the defendant's tea to make your ice coins. But are you sure that you did not simply misremember? Oh?
Don't give him an opening.
Take, for example, the small teapot that was left at the scene.
I mean, I know it's your job to win, but...
Oh. Was there any tea left in it? Truly excellent, Your Excellency. Your eyes see with such clarity that I could be fooled into believing you were present yourself. What? What do you mean? That's right, I made a tiny mistake. When I moved to use the Asian's leftover tea for my coins, I saw that his teacup was empty. As a result, I had no choice but to use the paltry amount of tea left in the pot.
In the pot?
I don't know where I'm going with that one. Hey, you can't just suddenly take everything back and claim it was a mistake. Don't you think that's a little too convenient? Human memory is imperfect. That is why we let evidence do the talking.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir here.
Either way, this problem is minor at best. There are 2 important facts to be gleaned from the witness's testimony. First, the poison was only added to the victim's cup. Furthermore, the coins were made of tea that was not obtained from his own cup.
That sounds right to me.
With his testimony as enough stands, neither of those facts can be doubted. Therefore...
Oh. Surprised you didn't take it off sooner.
the defense's so-called contradiction does not exist. No! What does this all mean?
Doesn't it mean the gas thief's testimony is airtight?
Well, the fact that he's a gas thief is the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, the Biddle Britancy, hereby give my word that the evening after my 5 o'clock support at the shabby shanty, not to pass through my lips, buying one crimson drink, the tea brought by that Asian.
By the way, what did you have for supper?
It was my favorite meal. Something vaguely soupy together with something vaguely salady. Quite the intriguing menu. Gods will give us some faults to make us men. I will accept whatever punishment is afforded to me for my filthy sin of thievery. However, if you fine ladies and gentlemen would kindly lend me your ears. That was that. This is this. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do declare that Asian must receive his due verdict.
Someone, is that, I don't know, is that Pretency?
No, I think
it's him.
it's Leader Boy. If I may, my lord.
What would you like to say, Foreman?
That attorney may have pulled wool over our eyes. But me?
I think I agree.
When I know the effeminate man had been using guns to make ice of steel gas.
And I said that should someone would try to poison gas thief eventually. At least that's what that stupid thing was for me thinking.
I never said anything like that. But the victims were open our eyes to the truth. We have at last arrived at an unshakable verdict.
Unshakable, huh?
The foreman of the jury has called for a verdict. Thus the court must allow them to speak.
No, this isn't right.
Now, jurors, present your verdicts to the court.
Juror 4 better not flip. She wants him dead. You traitor! You traitor! How dare you? That man was stealing your gas, and at the start of this, you're like, I want that man dead. And I just like...
I don't think she wanted him dead.
She said some kind of threat. She wanted him gone.
She
Whether it
wanted
was
some-
locked up or dead,
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably
The
locked
jury
up.
seems to have reached a unanimous verdict.
Fuck.
As they always do.
Don't put that harp away from the back. Or whoever that was in the gallery, put that harp away. No. I am so grateful to you all.
Stop with that.
This isn't good. My lord, the defense asserts its right to a final closing argument. Yes, that thing.
It's like when you say Uno when you have one card.
Yeah.
Closing argument.
Very well, the court acknowledges your right.
How foolish. It's futile to continue this vain struggle when judgment has already been cast.
Bruh, we're gonna do this a bunch of times in the future too, so
Yeah.
Now let us begin our second closing argument. 6 jurors. The court orders you to explain the reasons and the basis behind your guilty verdicts.
Okay.
Woo.
Alright, are people gonna give actual reasons and not just a bunch of prejudices again?
findings.
Someone give reasons and not
I
just...
had some Ed energy there.
Yeah. I am an exceedingly rational man. Okay.
Butter toast.
I'm an exceedingly rational man. Given in my mind the evidence, I believe he is guilty. Okay. It's not crazy out there.
Oh, I was drinking water. I was staying
You're
hydrated.
good.
Stay hydrated, everyone. If you have water with you right now, drink some. Let's all be honest here, gas is too expensive. Who wouldn't steal it?
That's not a reason to find Soseki guilty.
Yeah.
It explodes and it poisons people. Gas is dangerous stuff.
What? Gas costs money, you know. We can't just give it to it for free.
That shows I'm not just able to be.
Wow.
Damn. If the victim didn't bring anything else to his lips that night, that's obvious.
But he did. He just said that he went to go get food.
Yeah, but that was well beforehand, so that was at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but
So,
still.
We'll have to see if we can change the time frame of it all. So
Oh, it's me.
yeah.
I feel as though the jury is a little too focused on the gas.
I was gonna say.
Yes, everyone is.
They have the gas, but it's not really an issue.
Yes, it is. Are you sure about that?
The gas is a reference to a bit that we did way back in Dual Destinies, if you were here for that.
Hey?
Yeah.
What?
It goes way back. The gas. It was a joke that we did back in Dual Destinies.
Oh God, I can't remember that shit.
I've only remembered it because it was been rewatching some of it. To be fair, our case isn't airtight yet. And it is also true that Mr. Pretensy nearly died from poisoning.
Then how are we supposed to overturn their verdicts?
I think there's only one way. We have to consider that Mr. Pretensy was poisoned through some other means. Professor means, if you will.
And just find some mean.
Once we can find those means, we have to prove the possibility to the jury.
But how am I supposed to do that now?
It's like speaking of Dual Destinies.
Christ.
Means. I don't know, but if you can't.
Sounds like he is done for.
Yep.
He's gonna get hung down the public quarters.
Oh my God, no!
That's what they do.
I know.
Now, defense, begin your closing argument.
Like, I know we win, obviously,
Yeah.
but still, just that whole concept is no. Look
All
at
right.
that freaking
He's like, hello,
fucking tangerine over
Japanese
there.
boy. All right, exceeding the rest of my keeping in mind the evidence, I believe he is guilty. That's not gonna get us anywhere. Number one, let's go ahead and start with potentially. Oh, that was the wrong button.
Whoa, what'd you do?
I hit the A, but I did the cycle through thing. I can't do it. I don't know how I'm supposed to persuade them.
Oh no, yawn! In order to overcome this hurdle, I believe we must ask ourselves how the criminal poisoned Mr. Pretensy. We have to show them that Soseki's tea wasn't the only possible method.
I know that much. I just don't even know what that method could be.
Naruhodo, I do believe you may be forgetting something.
Eh? What is it?
While a juror speaks, you can change your focus and question the others. If you've forgotten, I'd be glad to explain the details again.
Seki's fate depends on my readiness. Maybe I should listen to what she has to say. It's not. I think this because I think at this point we haven't done the thing where they have the speech bubbles that when something
Yeah.
else pops up. So no thanks. We do. Yeah, there it is. I just noticed that for the first time. It's back
Yeah.
up there. Way to introduce it when there's 6 people involved instead of 2 like before. But for now, I think it's best to persuade them as soon as possible.
Okay. If you require an explanation, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay. Now then, the ones that really talked about poison. He's the one that talked about anywhere other way to get poison, but then this guy could also create something maybe. So maybe I'll press him. But because she might poison it.
Man, you know, it's something that I was.
Really?
It was days after that. I was overtake that penniless. The day star, the missus. She had this demonic grin on her face, and she was spilling some white powder in my tea.
Did you drink it? Was it sugar?
Yeah, of course. It was brought up right, so I drank everything I'm given.
And how was it?
It was horrible. It was so salty I tried to dry up and die like a dog.
Oh, she put salt in
salt.
it. I guess she was salty.
Hey.
I may be wrong, but I think she was putting salt in your tea.
What? I gotta tell you, I feel real salty right now.
He's feeling salty.
On to the next juror, please.
It's like, shut this man up. All right, I think didn't do anything else. All right. So if the victim did bring something else to his lips, you would change your verdict?
Eh? What was that?
I love this old man.
I was just saying
He's
that if the
adorable.
victim...
How clueless are you?
Huh?
You're not about that. There's nothing else that the victim could have put in his mouth on. That's what I'm getting at. When was the last time you cleaned your ears?
I could ask you the same question, old man.
Honestly, I must say that he's doing better than the other jurors. This elderly man is the only one paying attention to the trial at large.
Yeah, definitely, but there's still a problem.
That's right. He's not willing to pay attention to us.
But Juror 6 might be a good starting point for our big counterattack.
Yeah?
Okay, and then this is repeating. Yeah.
Brr.
And then no thank you. And then just... There we go. All right. Given all the evidence, I believe he is guilty. Let's see. All the evidence? Are you sure?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. It was that mustachioed Asian man.
Says the mustachioed Brit.
Maybe if we point out the evidence, we can change his verdict.
Maybe, but I don't think we can do it just yet.
The closing argument has only just begun, after all. If the circumstances change, it may change how we view our evidence.
You're right. First off, to navigate away from this dead end. All right. God damn it. All right,
It
hold
has
it.
nothing to do with anything.
Can we just forget the gas?
No, we can't. Every other gas is free, so why not this gas? When I think about this injustice, I can't help but be unjust myself. What?
Don't take out your anger on the defendant.
May I interject?
Oh, I know you are. Juror 4?
I hear some people have complaints about our gas prices.
Apparently.
Care to know why it's so expensive? It's all thanks to dirty thieves like him. Ugh, he disgusts me. Mustache, terrible posture, poisons tea, and now he's a gas thief. Send him to prison.
That's the wrong person.
He's not.
What? No, Saseki's not the gas thief. Try not to get that mixed up, please.
Soseki didn't poison any tea either. Whatever the case, I'm getting lightheaded from all this gas.
Oh God. Suppose boys be able to gas is dangerous stuff. I bet Juror 4 will pipe up on that one. Can we please talk about the poison instead of the gas for a second? Hey man, poison's way better. Better? How? Well, the poison only poisons. It doesn't explode.
What are you spewing? Mr. Barrister, you'd better object to that.
I suppose poison doesn't explode, yes. But it doesn't give us light or warmth in the cold, dark winter either. Ah! You alright? I completely forgot about that. Oh, God.
Excuse me, Mr. Barrister.
Yes, ma'am?
You're surprisingly good at this. I'll see about bringing you into our legal department.
Oh, God. I didn't expect to find new job prospects during a trial. Anyway, I don't have the rest. That's for the gas companies. Okay.
What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, gas costs money. Yes. Okay. Seriously now? Can we just leave the gas aside for the moment?
Our gas is in the middle of an all-out war. And you think I can just keep quiet and watch? I think not.
I guess I can't blame her.
You're all whining about the price, the explosion hazard, the poison hazard. What about the electricity? One zap and you're as good as dead. Who cares about a little boom once in a while?
Well, we can't just excuse explosions, but I do understand your disdain for thieves.
Just so you know, gas thieves aren't our only enemy. We fight tirelessly against something much more sinister.
More sinister? What do you mean?
Why, other gas companies, of course.
Other gas companies? I didn't expect that.
We manufacture gas and supply it to all of our customers.
That makes sense. You are a gas company.
However, there are some illegal businesses that don't manufacture their own gas.
What? But if they don't manufacture any gas, how can they sell it?
Believe it or not, they steal our gas and sell it.
How in blazes do they do that?
As you know, gas companies use pipes to distribute their product.
Yes.
These dishonest parasites secretly attach another pipe to the main pipe. And when those pipes are connected to other houses that are contracted to them, our precious gas is stolen from right under our noses. They so flagrantly reroute the gas flow? What an audacious method of theft! And we go to collect the fees from our customers. We also have to investigate whether or not an illegal company is at work.
What
is that face?
Why are you so... He's like, oh my god, oh
What
my
is
god.
that face? That's so... I don't like that. That was creepy.
Excuse me, Juror 3.
I
Me?
don't know. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, I just got a little lost in thought.
There was something really uncanny about that. I didn't like it.
Catching people off guard really is an effective tactic. Wow. Did something come to mind while you were listening to Juror 4? I just found myself getting a little angry. Angry? Why? Last night, an inspector from Altamont Gas came to my home. We would appreciate your cooperation in a secret investigation of illegal gas theft. So I let him in. And guess what he did? I have no idea. Tell me. First, he took my gas lamp off the wall. Then he just put his mouth right under my gas pipe. And he blew straight into it.
Shut your mouth right now. You can expose company secrets to the world like that.
Everyone already knows about it. Your inspector just about ruined my day. Why was he such a bother?
Allow me to explain. I said this once before, but some dishonest businesses have illegally attached pipes to our company's infrastructure.
What does that have to do with blowing into the pipe?
Gas flows through the pipes, of course, but it doesn't flow with much pressure. So if you blow into the pipes, the pressure drops for a moment. When it does, the fire of all lamps connected to the gas pipe will flicker.
Oh, I get it. So basically, if you blew into it and the lights of an uncontacted neighbouring home flickered, you would be able to tell at a glance that they're using illegally obtained gas, right?
Quite. A smart man you are, my lord. While we send out inspectors to watch for the flames flickering.
By the way, your inspector obviously doesn't know how to hold back. You should have seen how hard he blew into that pipe. Wanna know what happened next? What happened? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, all the appliances in my home went out and it caused a gas leak.
Oh!
Wow.
Because he blew too hard, the flow of gas was temporarily disrupted.
I shot at him straight away. Are you trying to kill us all? I was living.
Huh.
If you take the lamp off the wall and blow hard into the pipe, all of your fires go out. Then gas starts flowing again, silently filling the room.
Naruhodo, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, this could be the clue we've been searching for.
I think Mr. Pretensy put his lips on a gas pipe.
Maybe. Juror 3, could you please add what you said to your official statement? Yeah, I don't mind.
I certainly do mind. Our inspections are a company secret.
Like I said, everyone already knows.
Very well, Juror 3, please amend your statement.
Yes, my lord. I don't quite understand how that will help. Let's see.
Then it's gas hell.
It's great. Let's see if we can... These two statements are clearly contradictory.
Contradictory? Which statements?
Juror 6. Did you hear Juror 3's statement? Yes. You're definitely mumbling about something or other. We found something that may be a new possibility. Something else that the victim could have brought to his lips, other than the tea. What's that? You sure, Sonny? Did the police happen to examine the gas pipes at the crime scene? They could have found poison on them. I was wondering what kind of rubbish you would spout next, but this is your best you've got. The odd wasn't waste valuable time testing such insignificant things. What a piece of work is mine.
Okay.
Is there something you'd like to say, Mr. Pretensy? Oh, what strange dribbles from your tongue. How is this thee for thy point?
God.
I thought I said it rather plainly, but I'm ready to say it again. The strychnine was actually on the gas pipe behind the lamp in your room. There's a distinct possibility that this was how the poison entered your body.
Oh, what?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was so hungry that he tried to fill his belly with gas. Or maybe he was looking for a partner to practice a kissing scene with.
Oh, nay, I'm not such a harlequin that I would exchange kisses with a gas pipe. Uh-oh, there he goes.
Yep.
Japanese boy, this has become a disgrace of a closing argument. No one should be allowed to expose the Crown Court to such bizarre fantasies. Huh? If you took a careful look, you'd notice the lamp is positioned high up on the wall. It would be difficult to reach that pipe with one's mouth. You expect to prove that this washed-up actor did so?
Why keep wasting
Jesus!
wine?
Pure futility. That was
Bruh,
twice in a minute, dog. Come on.
calm down, you tantrum toddler.
You're right. There's no proof that he kissed the gas pipe. But there is one thing that you can't deny.
He's weird.
Mr. Pretense has stood in front of that wall countless times in order to do something. And I have the evidence to prove that.
Hell yeah. The handprints.
Interesting. What makes you so confident? Right? You're going to have to show us this evidence of yours. Great. Jurors are all ears now.
Thanks to
Gotta
Sherlock.
keep pressing forward. This evidence is proof that the victim has stood in front of the lamp countless times. Where is it at? Wait, where's...
Wall
There it
handprints.
is. That wall handprints. Because the lamp is right there, so... Kablowie!
Never thought a piece of evidence that Sherlock gave us would be used in court.
Yeah. What is this? What do you call them again? Oh, finger marks were left at the crime scene. You mean fingerprints?
Finger marks? Never heard of anything like that. Now, British courts do accept fingerprints as evidence, but
It's the latest and greatest scientific investigation tool by the Sherlock Holmes.
It's also like the same thing, but I'll leave that
Anything
away
Mr.
for now.
Pretensy has touched shows up like this.
That's a thing. That's a witchcraft to me.
But if anyone can do that, it's a great detective.
Right, this month's issue of the Engineer's Thumb was a fascinating read.
Things he touches in his everyday life, like his table or his costumes, have marks on them. However, Mr. Pretense left finger marks in some very odd locations. For example, here.
surrounding the picture, it does seem as though he's touched it a number of times.
Maybe he just wanted to enjoy the art?
We thought the same at first. But if you stood there that placed both hands on the wall, what would be before your eyes? Before your eyes? Oh!
There it is! I'm guessing that's probably her. I
Probably.
don't know. It's the gas lamp.
We'll go with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter in the end.
No.
We don't know why just yet, but Mr. Pretense placed his hands on the wall below that gas lamp countless times.
Well, no, super close. What are you doing?
He's being quiet for
I was
once.
looking for inspiration. I'd like you all to remember Juror 4's claim.
What claim?
If you blow into the gas pipe, the fire of all lamps connected to that gas pipe will flicker. Juror 3 offered some interesting insight as well. Me?
Oh, if we can go by what Mr. Garrett said, like when the lights flickered and all that, and judging by because that would be when his mouth would have touched that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would give us a time frame. Sorry,
Your inspector obviously doesn't know how to hold back.
thinking out
All the
loud.
appliances in my home went out, and I caused a gas leak. That was an accident, to be sure, but I can say one thing for certain. If you blew into the gas pipe as hard as you could fairly stop all the gas in the building.
Oh,
Wait, you're saying he deliberately stopped the gas? Oh boy, you gonna throw that one too?
I'm on to what the prosecution is barred from speaking during a closing argument. But I can't stand by in silence while the defense insists on trampling all over the law.
Explain yourself, Lord Van Zeeks.
And Van Zeeks is going to explain himself next time.
And most likely throw a wine glass again.
Now, maybe my assumption of where his point is going to go is the fact that, if we've built so much around the fact of the victim having to steal gas all the time, then why would he stop the gas? Because, that's something that he could make to have us try and prove an argument against. Which is a good point, is why exactly is he doing that? But that's what we're talking about, is to figure out.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada
It
boom.
might have to do with Soseki too.
Maybe, because his room...
suffocating.
Exactly, his room always goes out and he gets a gas leak.
Uh-huh.
So, maybe that's because he's a murderer who faked his own death
Oh my god,
and is
no.
trying to get
No,
his room
stop,
back.
Stop, please.
I'm not gonna let it go until I'm proven wrong.
For the love of Sherlock Holmes, please stop.